It is viewers like you that make videos like this possible. Please support MickeyMousePark.com. Walt Disney always maintained that some of his ideas for a new kind of amusement park came while he was waiting near Griffith Park merry-go-round that his daughters were riding. When it finally came time to build his own park, Disney placed his carousel in a most telling place. Not only is it in the middle of the castle courtyard, where it pumps out gaiety, music, and color as if it were Fantasyland's beating heart, but it is in a conspicuous location where it can be seen from hundreds of feet away. Guests on Main Street can look across the hub to see the glittering lights of the King Arthur Carousel through the castle's archway, an alluring sight that draws them into Disney's fairy tale fantasy.
Becomes the most important part of King Arthur's carousel. We conducted a long search to round up and recondition 72 of these authentic jumpers.
The carousel was built in 1875 and was in Toronto, Canada when Walt Disney bought it. After he transported it to his park, Disneyland designers took off the non-equine animals and seats and added over 24 horses purchased from other carousels, including one on Coney Island. The attraction was refurbished and significantly altered in preparation for opening day. It was widened to 4 courses to increase guest capacity. Of the carousel's 71 horses and 1 mule, most were carved in the Denzel factory in the late 19th and early 20th century. To add the outermost course, several carved wooden horses were acquired from a Stein and Goldstein carousel and others from Coney Island's Loof carousel. Walt wanted all leaping horses. Each horse is different in carving and in painting. There are 72 horses, 18 rows, 4 abreast. Lillian Disney, Walt's wife, favorite horse, has a golden tooth. 9 hand-painted panels depicting key moments from Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty were placed within the carousel, linking the attraction to the most famous landmark of Fantasyland, Sleeping Beauty's castle. The ride lasts for 90 seconds. 22-karat gold leafing covers the carousel's spires. From Walt Disneyland Dictionary 1968, King Arthur Carousel is the largest of its kind in the world. Its 72 hand-carved horses represent the prancing steeds of the Knights of King Arthur. In 1975, the 72 multicolored hand-carved horses on King Arthur Carousel were repainted white so that every guest could gallop upon a knight's white steed. King Arthur Carousel always required an A ticket to ride. Specs: capacity 72, capacity per hour 997, load time 2 minutes 18 seconds, unload time 2 minutes 18 seconds, trip time 2 minutes 50 seconds, cycle time 4 minutes 48 seconds, distance traveled 115 feet per revolution, speed 4.4 miles per hour. Here is a shot of the control console.